Hey NBA fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome to Chat Sports, and today we have an NBA news and rumors video for you as the NBA season gets closer and closer. NBA preseason just a couple of weeks away, depending on when you watch this video. There's a lot of stuff happening inside the world of the NBA. Some really big stories that you guys are going to enjoy. Let's go ahead and jump right into number one. This one would really change the landscape of the NBA season coming up here in 2019 and 2020. Could Kevin Durant actually play this season? Now, listen, Durant ruptured his Achilles tendon in Game 5 of the NBA Finals last year. He barely played in the postseason, and everyone has basically assumed and written it off that, like, hey, Durant is not going to be playing this year because the Achilles tendon takes at least 12 months to go, if not longer, to get back to where you want to be. But the New York Post is reporting that Durant could be back this season. Not just the New York Post, there are other media outlets as well that are saying, reputable NBA insiders, I guess, that are saying that the word around the league, inside league offices, is that Durant could come back sometime next year. Now, again, NBA season 2019-2020, so after Christmas, after the new year, January, February, March, April, May, those are all months that potentially could see Durant come back. Now, Durant was excellent last year in the postseason. I mean, my goodness, 32 points per game, 51% from the field, 44% from three, shot 90% from free throws as he normally does. But again, the whole question is he actually going to be able to be ready to go this season? Let's just say he does. How big of an impact does this have for the Eastern Conference? Think about the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, right now with Kyrie Irving, they basically are the 5th, 6th, 7th best team in the Eastern Conference. Does anyone actually think just with Kyrie Irving and DeAndre Jordan that they're a top 2, top 3 team? No, I don't think so, unless you're a Nets fan and you're like, oh, well, we have nice pieces along with Kyrie Irving. But regardless, majority of the NBA is not putting a lot of high hopes on the Nets this year. The hope is that when Durant gets back, then they could be a powerhouse in the East. But if Durant were able to come back, say in a May, say in a playoff scenario when he's getting ready for the postseason, if they're a 5th seed or a 6th seed, that could dramatically impact the weight of the Eastern Conference. Now, again, a lot of you guys are wondering, well, wait a second, when does Durant go back to Golden State? Because that'd be a very interesting game to watch. Well, the Warriors and Nets play up in the new Chase Arena, new Chase Center, March of 2020, 276 days to the day of Kevin Durant rupturing his Achilles. So, maybe that's a target date for him to come back and play against his former team. Again, this is a rumor. This is what people are talking about. It's been in the news a little bit. We basically have to wait and see. There's no way to predict if this is going to happen or not because anything can happen in terms of setbacks or, being ahead of schedule with a ruptured Achilles. For me, I'd be shocked if he plays. And I know there are a lot of good sources on this thing, but I would be shocked if Kevin Durant plays. Think back of an NFL player who had this happen to him in a similar fashion. It was Richard Sherman 2 years ago. So Sherman popped his Achilles, signs with the San Francisco 49ers, plays that year, but says afterwards that he played at like 70% of his normal speed, 80% of his full health. So if Durant does come back, the odds of us actually seeing the old Kevin Durant or the normal Kevin Durant, I think would be very slim. If that's the case, what's the point of coming back at all? Wait until you're fully healthy. Wait for the 2020-2021 season to where he's 100% healthy. But either way, if this were to happen, if the little news and rumors are true, could be a very big shakeup in the Eastern Conference. What do you guys think? Will Kevin Durant play this season? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, here's another one that's not going to be as, groundbreaking, but it's still going to shape some of the playoff teams happening right now in the West and the East. It's Andre Iguodala is set to be traded by the Memphis Grizzlies. So remember, Warriors traded Iggy this offseason, cap space reasons. You guys get a little bit older. They were trying to get D'Angelo Russell. They had their reasons. Now, do they regret it? Probably not, but they do definitely wish they still had Iggy on their squad because still a great role player and proved that time in and time out in the postseason. But Iguodala told an NBC Sports reporter that he does not want to play for Memphis, and the new report is circulating that he will not report to any of the team activities this offseason, training camp or camps or preseason or anything. He wants out of Memphis. He wants to go play for a contender, which can't really blame him. Coming from the Warriors, where he played in the NBA Finals like basically every single year. Now he's like, I don't want to play for Memphis. Get me on a team that will actually use my skills in the postseason, as I still think that I can play. Remember, former NBA Finals MVP, can play excellent defense. Here are my top 5 trade destinations for Andre Iguodala in no particular order. You will notice they are all playoff teams. Start with the Houston Rockets. Remember, they tried to sign Iguodala back in 2017, but the Warriors obviously gave him a new contract. And the Rockets are obsessed with the Warriors. You might be like, oh, well, it's the old Warriors, the new Rockets, whatever. They've not been able to beat the Warriors at any point in the past couple of years, even with James Harden and Chris Paul. They've reshuffled the deck, adding Russell Westbrook, and Iggy could be a great piece in trying to defend and get inside the mind of the Golden State Warriors. That one would make a lot of sense. The Utah Jazz had the second best defensive unit in the entire NBA last year. They could try and bolster that as well, as they know they do not have the same amount of firepower, same amount of star potential as a lot of these other teams in the West. So, you got to play LeBron in the postseason. You got to play Kawhi. Get someone who has consistently defended LeBron and Kawhi in big games in Andre Iguodala. How about the Nuggets? They also were a top 5 defensive team in the NBA last year. They're trying to grow. They're trying to expand. Another scenario where you're playing the elite players in the NBA playoffs in the Western Conference. Why not have a guy who has experience in the clutch and also has experience defending as well, some of these better players? Well, the main reason why Iguodala got his Finals MVP that year was because he was so good at defending LeBron James. Now, he is older, but could still give you some quality minutes in an off-the-bench role for your team if you're Denver or if you're Utah, to try and get to a point where you might be able to compete and steal a couple games from the Lakers or the Clippers. Final 2 teams, Lakers and Clippers, right? The Lakers and Clippers are always going to be active in a player like this, and I know money is always a problem, but if Iggy wants to play for a winner, and he's made plenty of money in his career for his own right sake, he could go to the Lakers or the Clippers and try and win another chip. Both teams, I think, would welcome him with open arms. The question that all of us have to ask, which I have not hit on right now, is what will it cost to trade for Andre Iguodala? Is it cheap? Right, you give up like a second-round pick, maybe a late, unprotected future first-round pick, or a non-lottery pick or something like that, or just some player swap. I have no idea what it will cost. But these are some teams I think you would expect to be very, very active. I know a lot of them are in the Western Conference, but it could always be an Eastern Conference team too. Boston, Philadelphia, Milwaukee, these are all people that, if the money was right, if the cost was not too much, because again, who knows what Iggy wants to be paid, then these teams are going to be making a move. But it's all safe to say he's not going to be on the Memphis Grizzlies this season. If he is, I would be shocked if he's actually playing for them. But things can change. You could be watching this video 2 months from now going, oh, Thomas is an idiot. He was wrong. Well, we'll see what happens here in the next couple of days and weeks. Okay, quickly, BetDSI. They are an excellent partner with us here at Chat Sports, and they have a promo code, a deal for all you bettors out there watching this video. If you use the promo code DEAL120, when you go to chatsports.com/bet, you will get the best deposit bonus in the game. 120%. All right, it's the Deal 120 deposit bonus when you sign up and deposit with BetDSI. It basically means you deposit $100, you're going to be getting $220 to spend and bet on whatever teams you want for whatever of the big leagues that you guys want to do on BetDSI.com. Again, BetDSI or chatsports.com/bet, promo code DEAL120. Encourage you guys to use that. I do it all the time. I'm telling you, it's the best deal in the business right now. Okay, next rumor here. This one's actually very interesting and really kind of fun. Lamelo Ball. How about that? I'm not even talking Lonzo LaVar. How about Lamelo Ball is rising up draft boards? Apparently, and this is legit. This is like ESPN has covered this. Sports Illustrated has covered this. Apparently, Lamelo Ball, who's been playing in the Australian National Basketball League this year with, I believe, the Illawarra Hawks, if I pronounced that Australian right. He's been with the Australian Hawks, so let's put it that way. He's been fantastic. He's been balling out, and ESPN actually has him as number 3 on their 2020 NBA draft board. Another draft board had him at 14. Another one had him at 8. I think the ESPN one had him at 3 right now, but there is swirling rumors that he could be a number 1 pick in the 2020 NBA draft. Now you're going, Thomas, wait, why? Well, most recent preseason game with the, again, Illawarra Hawks, if I said that right, I'm probably butchering it. If you're Australian, let me know how to say it. 12 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. But what they love is his size. 6 feet, like between 6'6" and 6'8", and the shooting ability is the best shooting out of the Ball brothers. Apparently, everyone always knew this. I'm not an expert in the Ball children, but apparently with Lonzo's shot being the problem that it is, where it's very strange, LaMelo has the best shot out of the 3, and he proved it a couple of, I think either scrimmages or games ago. He was playing against arguably one of the top defenders in the Australian Basketball League, hit 4 threes in front of him, and seems to have a very quick release as well. So you have the size, you have the athleticism, you have the fact he's playing in a professional basketball league against either former NBA professionals or some of the best in Australia right now, and he has a great shot. He is starting to really rise up draft boards, and at only about 18, 19, and I think he's 18 years old, he could be a real target in the top 5 of the 2020 NBA draft. Again, not even me speculating. This is what scouts and ESPN people and NBA guys are all saying. So this isn't even much of a rumor. This is news right here that Lamelo Ball is starting to really rise here in the NBA draft. He continues to ball out. Maybe the whole Lithuania idea was terrible, but the Australian Basketball League is starting to work pretty darn well. Okay. Is Lamelo Ball a top 5 pick in next year's draft? Let me know in the comments down below. And remember, I don't want to hear, well, LeVar, Alonzo. This seems like a LeVar-free, if possible, Alonzo bad shot free player who actually has good size and good ability. So we'll see. I think it'll be interesting. The kid's gone through a lot. I almost am pulling for him to have a good career in the NBA, as I am for Alonzo right now, as well as LeVar is kind of taking the whole fun, I think, out of trying to be a professional NBA player. But if he makes it, then good for him. That's 2 Ball brothers who could be drafted in the top 5. Okay, this one is interesting for you Laker fans. Anthony Davis has been working on his 3-point shot. So the Lakers finally hired a new shooting coach and Mike Penberthy, if I pronounced that name correctly. But apparently AD and Coach Mike, as we'll call him, have been working out religiously all summer long. Now, Lakers are one of the worst three-point shooting teams percentage-wise in the NBA the past couple of years, and Anthony Davis is kind of like an average three-point shooter. Like, he will take them, because in the modern NBA, your stretch 5 has to be able to shoot threes. Steph Curry has, basically killed the center in the modern NBA. And AD, last year, 33% from the 3, 145 3-points attempted, and still averaged 25 points and about 12 rebounds per game, but he wants to get that up. I was reading one statistic where if he could go from 33% from behind the arc to 35%, just 2 more percent, that will greatly improve his game and really help out the Los Angeles Lakers. So he's been really trying to work on it and get to a point where his shooting can help out this basketball team, because we know how great he is above the rim. Right, we know how great he is, 10 feet back to the basket, even kind of 15 feet. He has a decent mid-range game, and he will pull up from 3, but if he could get to a point where he's a 35+% three-point shooter, it just adds to his game even more, makes the Lakers all the more deadly. And so, if you're a Laker fan, you got to hope that all of this work will actually turn into a big, big year for Anthony Davis, who we expect to have a big year. It's the best teammate LeBron James has ever had in his career. I know, vintage date Dwayne Wade was good, but I think Anthony Davis is absolutely special, and so we'll have to wait and see if he can shoot better. Even if he doesn't improve, goes from 33 to 34, I think his shot overall is going to get better. I'm actually seeing a massive year from Anthony Davis. Like, 25 and 12 was massive last year, could be even bigger this upcoming season. And finally, actually, before we do that, how many points do you guys think Anthony Davis will average this year? What do you think? It's got to be 20 plus. And now the question will be, is it 25 plus? Is he going to get into 27? 29? What's it like sharing the basketball with LeBron James, Kyle Kuzma? Well, we'll have to wait and see. And finally here on our NBA news and rumors video, this is a big chunk of news. You guys might have seen it, might have not, because there's a lot of other things being covered by the national media, so they might have kind of glossed over this. The Bucks have been fined, for comments about Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes, the whole NBA tampering rules have struck again, so the NBA, it's just a weird story, you guys need to know about this, have fined the Bucks $50,000 for some comments made about Giannis Antetokounmpo. And you go, oh wait, must have said something really, really bad. No, the Bucks GM John Horst told fans at a town hall that they are going to offer Giannis the Supermax. Yep. That's what they got fined for. Literally, I watched the town hall. He's standing there with friends. It's like a debate town hall you see on Fox News or whatever, but I guess a Milwaukee Bucks version. You gotta be a real diehard fan to go to that. I don't know. It was weird. But he basically said, was asked, are you guys gonna sign Giannis to a long-term deal? He's like, yeah. When Giannis was a free agent in 2021, we're gonna sign him to a long-term deal, and moved on. He's not allowed to say that? Are you kidding me? The NBA tampering rules can be so ridiculous. I get why they're in place, but the fact that the Bucks, who have the rights to Giannis until 2021, and we all know, it's assumed they're going to offer him the Supermax. They're not allowed to say publicly, yeah, we're going to offer him the Supermax, is a $50,000 fine. Oh boy, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, you will remember on a most recent Warrior video I did, because I cover the Warriors and the 49ers here on Chat Sports as well, there are rumors that the Warriors are very interested in signing Giannis Antetokounmpo in the 2021 free agency class. So, the Bucks are feeling the pressure maybe of that report. But the fact that you cannot allow to say that publicly, it's a $50,000 fine is, Oh man, it's just one of those rules that you just never will quite understand, but thank goodness the Bucks have some deep pockets, and hopefully we'll have a deep playoff run for all those fans up there in Wisconsin. Alright, there we go. That's all the time we have for today. That's our NBA news and rumors video. A lot of big stuff here. I think that the lock to the fact that Iguodala will be traded, I think that's an absolute lock. And I think that Anthony Davis' shot is going to improve a lot more than people realize. The big question mark here is Kevin Durant. I don't see him playing this year, but if the reports are true, maybe by the time the postseason, and the Nets are a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seed, somewhere in there. I don't think they're top 3 seed, but somewhere in there. If he can return and be his normal self, look out. That shifts the entire balance in the Eastern Conference. For Chat Sports, I'm Thomas Mott. As I sign off, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.